And now the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo.
Got to be careful here. This is the type of hitter that can punish you, even with pitches outside the zone.
This one in the air. Random makes the play. 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
And welcome back to the ballpark. And here is Joanna Random. The pitch. Swing and a miss as she was out front.
0-1.
Hey, see you drive it right back to the pitcher, huh now?
Right through there for a strike. Kicks and fires. Foul ball, still 0-2. And ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
All right, come on now. One time. Let it fly, buddy.
On the ground to third, Suarez. Slings to first. Leadoff hitter retired here in the second.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
All set for the start of the inning. Now it's going to be Joanna Random. Rodriguez back to work. Foul ball there.
All these Rockies doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
The 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Stays alive. The wind of the pitch. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this hitter, her bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives her the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Perdomo.
Come on, get there, get there.
In plenty of time to first. And one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff batter. Back here in the desert. And here's the first baseman, Christian Walker. And a pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Random makes the grab. 1 down.
Oh, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited.
Now back, catcher, Joanna.
Popped up. Moving under it. He's got it. And that is out number 3. But 2 runs for him and they jump ahead. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Rockies 4 and the Diamondbacks 3. New inning getting started. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Joanna Random. And the pitch. And that one fouled off. She breaks her bat. Marte throws to first in time. Leadoff hitter is out here in the 8th.
Well, as a hitter, it can be kind of tough. You get a hard-throwing reliever that comes in the ball game. You don't know exactly what his pitches are doing, and that clearly blew her up on the hands, sawed off that bat. Tell you what, the bat comes.
Here's Byron Buxton. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. She can't squeeze it behind the plate. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, he's really showing us the dynamic skill set he brings to the field on this one. Homered earlier, now he swipes second, showing off the speed. Really fun to watch him play the game.
And now it's Christian Walker.
I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone here. Pitcher's looking for a strikeout or a ground ball, hoping to keep that runner at third.
2-2. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Nabs it. Runner tagging from third. Lays the plate. Not in time. He's safe. And they're up by 3.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the... I don't care if you're a top team or you're a middle-of-the-pack team. Every ball club wants to be dominant at home. Winning a game like this just helps to boost the confidence and makes you look forward to coming out again for the next one.
The final run score for the ballgame tonight. First for the victorious Diamondbacks. 7 runners on 6 hits. No errors. They left 8 runners on base.
Now it's the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. There goes the runner. Strike in there. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. One out, base is empty. Next to hit, Joanna Random. She's someone who quickly made a splash at this level, Chris, a former Rookie of the Year. And it's fouled away.
Let it fly. Let's go right here.
Here comes a pitch. Lifted in the air out to left. Friedel under it. 2 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If she does.
Man at first. Alec Thomas now. Walker aboard here at first with nobody out. Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Low throw, and he can't dig it out. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
If he can get through this one, put up a 0, this will help in his outings to come.
That's towards center. Buxton moves under it. He's got it. And that's the 3rd out. 2 left for Colorado, but they're on top 2-0.
Come on now, one time right here.
Now batting. Catcher.
No base hits in the series for her so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope she's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seemed to help. Never helped me.
Brings it in, and that is that. So back to the top of the Arizona lineup. Ketel Marte up to the plate. Moreno leads off first with 1 away. Trying to move him over here. And that's an out on the sacrifice.
Well, just doing his part right there, trying to move that runner in a scoring position. Got it down successfully. Now we'll see if they can drive him in from second. I'd say this team really needed to win this game today. It pushed them over the top to win the series, which is great. But when you go on the road in the next series, going into some hostile territory, you want to have a lot of confidence, and you want to be feeling really good about how you're playing, as well as to your left and your right, your teammates, that they're on track as well.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Colorado Rockies and the Chicago Cubs. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Cody Bellinger. He's a left-handed batter who still comes up with good contact and a good average against left-handed pitchers. Bunting for a hit. Throws to first in time, and Bellinger is out. They thwart the bunt attempt and end the inning. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton, and now it's going to be Joanna Random. Steele, a former All-Star, 30 years old now, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2014. Foul ball.
Hey, one pitch right here. Come
The
on
pitch. And he gets that fastball by her upstairs.
Well, he just threw that fastball by her elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Ripped to third and caught.
That swing right there tells me she's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but she made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Vincent Park, the next Cub to hit.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform, but at some point that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Random takes it in for the out. One down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. And the batter will be the shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
Swanson, former first-round pick by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Vanderbilt player in college World Series.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Tag. And they got him.
Well, I really didn't expect him to try to steal second base because he had a very standard lead at best. If you're going to try to get there safely, you've got to get more on that lead. You've got to get a better jump. That was the difference between being safe and out.
New inning getting started. So in now for Colorado, Joanna Random.
Joanna.
Steele back to work. Fought off foul.
Not a lot of people know this, but this isn't the only Wrigley Field in MLB history. You know, when the league expanded and added the Los Angeles Angels in 1961, they played their first season at a stadium in L.A. called Wrigley Field, which had been the home of the minor league team of the same name.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Kicks and deals.
Whoa. 1 and 2.
Fights that one away. Still 1 and 2. Just missed.
It's a good take.
Swing at a ball lifted to center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 away.
Now batting, the third baseman, Miguel.
Man at first, and next will be the cleanup hitter, Christopher Morel. The Rockies up by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Bellinger goes. That's in for a strike. The throw, tag, and he's out.
Well, I really didn't expect him to try to steal second base because he had a very standard lead at best. If you're going to try to get there safely, you've got to get more on that lead. You've got to get a better jump. That was the difference between being safe and out.
Hey, let it fly.
Up next for Colorado.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read.
Line drive, caught. Applies the tag, and they get 2. Double play. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors, and a couple left on. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Rockies 5 and the Cubs 1. Now the number 2 hitter, Seiya Suzuki.
Is hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
And here it comes. Swing and a pop-up. Gets under it. Puts it away for the out.
Well, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. Joanna Random getting ready to hit.
And Boog, I'd say she's due.
To third.
Dig, dig, dig,
Gathers
dig.
and throws to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. So 1 left for Colorado, and they're on top 7-1. Back to the top of the lineup, and next for the Cubs, Dansby Swanson.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you.
Now this one gets through, and they hold the runner at third base as they decide not to risk descent with 2 away.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team to bat right now.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
Liner, base hit. The throw in. And he's in there. A run comes in the play.
Picks himself up an RBI. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Random had a pretty poor showing in this game despite the win.
Well, Boog definitely didn't do much of anything for him in this one. I think she knows she's capable of more. They got the win, but she wasn't the reason why.
The The final line score for the ball game this afternoon: for the victorious Rockies, 7 runs on 13 hits. No errors. They left 10 runners on base.
On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Here's the power hitting catcher, Joanna Random.
Let her rip right here.
Late on that fastball.
Well, he threw that fastball right by her. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is she trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in the second game of the series. Soft contact in the air. Brings it in for the 3rd out. The Rockies strand 1. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack. No score. You're dialed into the show. Runners on the corners with 1 gone. Christopher Morel digs in now. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes in the air center field. Drops into the glove. Runner tags from 3rd. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the 4th. Here's the catcher, Joanna Random. The wind of the pitch. And a swing and a miss.
0-1.
The pitch. Sets her down on strikes. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
She went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled her. She could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out.
1 down. And up next for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. Now a drag bunt, 3rd base side. And he's safe at first.
He was racing down the line and probably didn't assume he was going to be safe until his foot hit the bag and looked up for the umpire. Nice bunt and great hustle to get himself a knock.
Hey, 1 pitch right here. Come on now.
Now batting, the catcher, Joanna Random.
Close one, doesn't get the call. 1-0.
1 time, right now.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Ripped to 3rd.
One, run it.
Whips it to first. Gets the catcher by a step. Next to hit, Shea Langoliers. And the 1-0. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. So 2 away with nobody on. Next for Colorado, Joanna Random. Hard hit left side.
Hard 90, hard 90, hard 90.
And that is the inning. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. And our score remains 2-1. Random had the kind of game you'd like to avoid, which contributed to the loss.
Well, this wasn't her finest hour, and she may be a little frustrated heading back to the clubhouse. Hard for him to get a win when she performs like this.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 2 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, and 11 runners left on base.
So up next, Joanna Random.
Let her rip one time. Hit it right here.
Assad back to work. Liner picked on the hop at first. He handles it himself. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting 6, the designated hitter, Gavin.
Back at the ballpark here on Jackie Robinson Day. We go to the top of the 5th. Now the Rockies catcher, Joanna Random. And he deals. That one fouled off. Singy, every year on April 15th, we celebrate Jackie Robinson Day for his courage, his leadership, and how he forever changed the game of baseball and all of sports. It's great to see everyone wearing the same number on a day like today. Bellinger puts it away for the out. And there's 1 away.
Yeah, it makes it hard for us as broadcasters to call out who's making the play. But with that,
ready to go for the last half of the inning. So up now for Chicago, Michael Busch. And the 0-2. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Makes the catch, 1 down.
that was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
So 2 down. And next for the Cubs, Nick Madrigal. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of, there goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Throw, save.
Yeah, I like being aggressive right there with 2 outs. It's kind of a classic steal situation. You get thrown out, no big deal. That guy at the plate leads off the next inning. Now, a single to the outfield can push a run across.
On the north side of Chicago, John Shambi and Chris Singleton. And here's the catcher, Joanna Random. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0.
No strike.
And a big swing and a miss.
1-1.
No base hits in the series for her so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope she's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seemed to help. Never helped me.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And that is a big first out.
Now, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a hitter's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell her to keep swinging it, or if you want to give her space, what exactly she needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for her, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and she can get out of this as quickly as possible.
One down. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Joanna Randall, 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Late with the swing there.
Well, they've kept her pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come. But you've got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against her.
Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. Stays alive.
Let's go, kid. One time right here.
In the dirt. Throw to first, and there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
These players just want to keep it rolling right now. You win this series, you got another team coming in, and you want to do exactly the same. Maybe even push a little further, get yourself a sweep. You know the fans are going to be behind this club. They've been playing really well, and these players, you can tell they feel the energy these fans bring to the ballpark.
And here at the plate, Joanna, random.
The catcher, Joanna, random.
Hey, get your pitch and drive it.
Swing and a miss out front that time.
0-1.
Ground ball left side. And handles this chance. Tosses to first. Out number 3. An inning in the books. No score here on the show. Batting order turns over. And now the DH, number 42. Runners at first and second with 1 out. And that's bunted out in front of home plate. Throw off line, he's safe, and a nice job there to keep it from getting away.
The second baseman, Max Muncy.
So 2 down. The left fielder, the next to hit.
2 outs. Let's get out of here.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And there's a base hit into left. Headed for the plate. Relay, throw home. Can't hang on to it, and the run scores. And they lead by 4. Fell behind in the count with 2 strikes, but didn't panic and picked up the hit. Hard ground balls like that are really tough to make a play on. I know when I was playing second base in JV baseball back in the day, I had no... Runner at first, 1 away.
The catcher, Joanna, random.
Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. There's 1. On to first, double play, and that's the inning. 1 run, 1 hit, an error, and no one left. End of 3. The Aviators on top 4-3. So up next, Mike Ford. 1 for 2. There goes the runner. Strike in there. Throw and safe. That is a stolen base. They're pushing their chips into the middle this inning. Runners at the corners, nobody out, and he steals second. This offense has a chance to capitalize in a big way. Nobody out, bases loaded. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Fly out to center field. In and to the right. Runner tags from third. The throw home. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play. I love that defensive play in the outfield. He was running hard to make the catch. Then he set his feet and made a strong, accurate throw home to get the out at the plate. Just terrific. Two outs, base is empty.
Now batting, catcher, Joanna. Random.
This ball is crushed deep to left. This one's gonna go. An absolutely titanic shot. And we're level. It's 4-4. She came up looking for something to drive, found it right away, and put a great swing on it. What you might call ambush tactics. That's a great job of recognizing the breaking ball. Even better, she didn't jump too early at a hanger over the middle. Instead, she stayed back and got every bit of it. One down. The third baseman digs in now. 1 for 3. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, not even close. That's a big stolen base. Those 90 feet could be very consequential in a tight game like this. Nobody out, first and second here. And next, the cleanup hitter. Here comes the 0-1. Trying to move the runners over. He is safe, and that was bang bang at first. What an opportunity this offense has now. He dropped down a sacrifice to move the runners to second and third, but they couldn't get the out defensively, and now the bases are loaded. Nobody out, bases loaded. Next to hit, the right fielder, number 42. Fly ball down the line, the right fielder drifting towards this one. Both runners tagging, fires it to the plate. Applies the tag and they get 2. Double play. I love that defensive play in the outfield. He was running hard to make the catch, then he set his feet and made a strong, accurate throw home to get the out at the plate. Just terrific. Trying to close out this 1-run lead.
The catcher, Joanna. Random.
Ground ball, right side. Takes it to the bag at first. And there's one down.
Now the shortstop.
Random played well but couldn't lift them to a win. Had only one hit but made it count with a homer. Great game at the plate, and she's certainly made a difference for them. Nice job, even in defeat.
We here for winning and the feeling is incredible. All we do is take it to the ceiling when we set it off and open up the book and we'll be grinning in the centerfold. Oh, champion, run it up top, and you knew we was coming for that #1 spot. Take over, baby, it ain't over. Got the temperature rising, spraying the flame over. So let's win now.
Fans, our final line score. First, for the victorious visiting team, 5 runs on 14 hits. 1 error, they left 22 runners on base. For the Isotopes, 4 runs on 5 hits. 1 error, they left 2 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 20 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please
No, well, we like to live in the positive here on the show. We don't really focus much on players sent down to the minor leagues, but she really helped to usher in a new era of women in this sport, so we follow her every move. Welcome inside, Lauren Shahadi, Melanie Newman, Carlos Pena here with you. We knew she was struggling. This isn't the first player to be sent down to the minor leagues. It will not certainly be the last. You know all too well what this is like.
Yeah, I've been there. This is difficult, you know, and emotion starts to creep in, doubt starts to creep in, and you start asking yourself, why am I even doing this? You know, do I belong? You know, what's going on? And you have to address those emotions and just kind of put them aside and say, okay, here I am. You know, I have a choice to make. Well, guess what you have to do? Get back to work. Try to improve. Listen to your coaches. Put in, you know, your practice time. And eventually you can make your way back up to the big leagues. I was able to do so, but perseverance is going to be key.
Well, and we all know this. It's almost unheard of to come up to the big leagues and you just stay forever. You never, ever go back down to work on anything at all. So this is just another one of those moments. We've seen it with Mia Lewis. I think this is going to be a great moment for her to really step back in as that friend, that key support of, look, we're going to walk you through this. You can get back, but it's all about that attitude that you take with you in going back. You can come back better than you were in your debut if you choose to have that right mindset, because no one's going to make her show back up. If she doesn't report to AAA, no one's going to call her and ask why. So she's got to put that work on her, check that inside, see what's going on there, and really take advantage of this.
Go down, get right, and we will certainly see you soon.